Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today I will be reviewing what I call the mythical chopper takedown for the 2021 Halo Infinite line, starring Spartan Fred and Escherum. So with this set, we're gonna just quickly go over the specs, the details, just stuff like that, and then I will then just lend my opinion on the chopper in and of itself, compare it to some other stuff and whatnot, and what I think could be changed. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on with the video. So starting things off, we have the instruction manual. It seems like they don't really do too much art anymore. They just kind of like stick whatever is on the box and put it on the instructions and just call it a day. Shows you how to build the figures, nothing much, and then it just shows the other sets. I'll probably wait on getting that. Depending, I'll just evaluate, how much money I have. I have a lot of money that I could just blow on Halo, but I'll be careful with that. So Wasp, I don't know. I have the red helmet, so I should go ahead and make a review on it too. If you guys want to see that, let me know down below. It's always appreciated. And then it just shows all the pieces, whatnot. I guess there's a little bit of art in the instructions, like right here. You can't even see it. Right here, it just shows you Spartan Fred, a 104, and War Chieftain Escherum. And that's about it for instructions. This is the box. They made it really easy to open. Just cut off some tape on the sides, and it opens up like a suitcase. And then you would like move these flaps down, and it just seals up like that. So that's neat, I guess. Nothing much on the side, just shows Escherum and Fred. Nothing much on the box, bunch of, well, whatever all that stuff is in the green, I don't really care about that. It shows you 2-in-1. And that's front of the box. Top of the box just shows Fred. And yours truly, War Chieftain Escherum. So, that's about it with the box. So let's go ahead and get on with the actual review in and of itself. So I am gonna go ahead and start off with what I believe to be the least interesting part of this set, which to me this is actually a lot more interesting because I've never had one of these turrets. But it's just a turret. They just grab the big old turret with they can stick the bolt launcher in, stick it on a stand. That's it. It's a nice looking turret in the way it is now, but I just had to do a little modification, which was just moving it over by a pin. I'll just show you guys that really quick. Down here, there's lines of 4 pins. I stuck this little pin right here in this little hole right there. They suggest you stick it in this one. Then you get this, which looks ridiculous. This just looks bizarre. So the idea is to stick it on this one, and it looks better. But I understand why they did the other one, because Fred kind of struggles to hold it because he's a shrimp and he's short. Because, well, the way Mega scales things. So yeah, there's obviously you can shoot out the little dart, whatever you want to call it, the bolt. 3 of these are included. I do not have them on me right now. They're in my storage bin of parts. But 3 bolts are included. That's about it for the launcher. I like the mold. Just looks kind of funky if you build it right. I think they should have used the one from the UNSC combat unit that hasn't even shown up yet. Without further ado, let's move on. Okay, so now we have the chopper in and of itself. It's not called chopper takedown for no reason. And it's really nice looking chopper. I feel like it looks kind of unfinished, but I don't exactly blame Mega for that aspect. I guess if you want to say blame, you can say 343. But it looks really nice in game. They've replicated it almost perfectly in game. Get into what I feel like gets changed though. It is sporting red, silver, dark gray, and a little bit of brown. Very banished color except for the brown, because you want to have a comfortable seat. Apart from that, very nice banished colors. There's a few printed pieces on here, such as these little pieces from the Orbital Banshee Blitz. These little pieces up here. These little fins right here are printed. And a little tile right there that's printed. Well, it's not really a tile, just a brick. And then there's a little piece down here that's printed. Apart from that, it's all the printed pieces you'll get on the actual vehicle. Obviously, the figures will have some more. This, I think Mega should have actually made this its own little piece, instead of making it transparent and printing something on it, which kind of sucks. They've had that piece since day one with the Halo Wars line, so I don't expect them to change that anytime soon. It has a little stand, little blue bricks to hold it up, and it sits up nice. I like the inclusion of the transparent blue thing. Even the thing should be gray right here. I actually don't mind because it's transparent blue, and I'm a sucker for transparent blue stuff. And it has, just like the previous chopper, you can spin 360, spin mop, whatever you want to call it. Goes all the way. They can rotate independently. So you can have it look like it's turning, or you can just have it like this for some reason. Not that that's safe, but whatever. The little turrets move up and down. They just use the ones from the Ghost. Looking at the in-game shot, it looks a little different. It's more colors. It looks a little thick from behind. Like, from the back, there's just, this is just so freaking thick compared to the other chopper, which is a little bit more smooth. I'll be comparing all the choppers too, by the way. It has new wheels. Very aggressive looking wheels, actually. That is very aggressive looking wheel. As far as how good does it spin, it doesn't exactly spin too well on solid surfaces, kind of like Lego tracks. It doesn't really spin all too much, unless you're like on something besides like solid for or hard plastic or wood. And yeah, you'll get this thing spinning and rolling. And it has little foot pedals right here. You can move them independently, so they're not a nuisance. And it looks like the figure's just kind of barely touching them, so it looks like a child. Figure it's one to this good. I can go ahead and show you guys real quick. I'll just grab a random figure closest to me and throw him on the chopper for you guys. This figure's not included. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that, but I know someone might think it is. It's also shown on the box that this figure is not included. Yeah, he holds on to it well, you know. Depending on the bulkiness of the figure, that could change. Like, some of the brutes have big chest armor, so they might not be able to hold on to it just right. But yeah, that's about it for the chopper, and we'll go ahead and move on to the figures now. Here we have our second member of Blue Team. Well, with Kelly being revealed, this would make it our third, but this is the second member of Blue Team that I have. I don't even have the original Fred, or the other Fred that came with the actual Blue Team set. So this is as far as Blue Team is gonna go for me, and I just popped my knuckles for no reason. The blue is not as bad as I thought. Okay, when I first saw this set, this Fred looked like it was a baby blue, very bright blue, kind of like Regret, but like that light of blue, but like more blue, because it looks like it's grayish blue, like it's toned down. I thought it was gonna be really bright blue. It's not as bright, luckily. He has a decent amount of printing. It's just on his chest armor and his helmet. I don't know if the knives are supposed to be printed. I don't know what he looks like in Halo Infinite. I'm sure there's art like on Shadows of Reach, but I haven't bothered looking at it just yet. When I get a good shot of our man Fred 104 here, I will certainly be painting this figure. And he's got the nice 104 stamped on his armor. I hope Spartan Kelly has her 087. I think it's 087. I think Linda's 058. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know too much about Blue Team. Never bothered caring about them. I know a lot of people like them, but I never was really introduced to them. He's got a little bit of black on his helmet. The visor's done pretty well. We'll go ahead and zoom in on that, actually. And there we go. He is using the Halo Wars. No, take that back. The Halo Legends chestplate that was introduced. I think it should be a lot more different. The Spartan Kelly that's coming out actually has the appropriate armor. Not just like chestplate, but the backplate too is also very appropriate in terms of how she should be looking. And wait, please focus. Thank you. Overall, nice figure. It's a glossy black paint. So without further ado, let's move on. Oh, before I do, he has a Splazer, which you can stick the little red thingy into it. And Fred, you're gonna bump into the spot, Fred. Okay, well, Fred clearly doesn't understand how to say excuse me, so now he's just sliding all over the place, and he fell. Anyways, let's move on. Oh yeah, he also has a brown stand, by the way. Okay, well, whatever. talking about War Chieftain Eshroom, there is no way I could not have This Is a Fire in Your Heart playing in the background. I mean, this was playing during his little speech. This figure is very nice, but at the same time, I do not like this figure because he is an amalgamation of recycled parts. I'll get into that later. Just looking at him, he has a decent amount of paint. I figure he has more than Fred. If this camera will consistently focus, that'd be great. Let's just set him in the middle. There we go. This figure has a lot of paint. I'd wager even more than Fred in and of itself. He's got red all over him. There's like 5 red spots on his back. Red on his forearms, silver on his shoulder pads, red and silver on his chest armor, red on his waist, and brown on his face. His chest armor is brand new, and his helmet, his head, I should say, is brand new. He does not have a helmet. His chest armor is unique because of the fact that it's like a smart armor. It's not like a vest that slips onto him. It splits into two, which I will actually go ahead and show you guys that right now. You literally split this armor in half like smart armor, which is ridiculous. But he has these little spots on right here and right there. When you take off the armor, there'll be these little slits. It looks like where the armor would clip on to his chest, so it's more secure. And that's been there since day one. And I've always wondered when they're gonna use it. And lo and behold, this is when they use it. Although his armor looks so bulky, it looks like he's got a micro head. He also has the Hand of Atriox print on his head. It's very hard to tell. He also has the mark of the Hand of Atriox on his little, I don't even know what to call this silver thing coming out of him. Very, very nicely molded. Very good looking. He has a gravity hammer instead of his gravity axe, which is very absurd. Come on, Megan. You did this with Hyperius, now you're gonna do it with him. Come on, this is not funny. I'm tired of recycled parts. So, yeah. Overall, this is a really dope looking figure. Now we just need Tavares, Yeager, and Linda, and we'll have all 4 members of Blue Team and all 4 members of the Hand of Atriox that we know so far, and maybe Osiris. I don't know what happened with that. Maybe they just fell off the face of the earth. They fell through the map and never be seen again. But whatever, we'll go ahead and get into the nitty gritty and my opinions on all this. Oh yeah, I'm comparing this chopper to the original 2009 chopper. 2009 chopper's missing a few pieces, but whatever. Yeah, no competition. This chopper blows this one out of the water. This thing is like a specialized part. This is not. This is made of pure bricks. Well, it does have specialized parts. So there's a little bit of a fight, and I just noticed something. The JFO's, the operator's form just got stuck on there. So this one can spin right down the middle. This one cannot. So you just roll it. This rolls nice on the ground. This, you gotta push down if you want to make it roll, but it will roll. So this one looks a million times better in aesthetics. And sorry, 2009 chopper, you're cool, but yeah. So let's do the other chopper now. The chopper from the Brute Chieftain Charge. Now, the chopper from the Brute Chieftain Charge is ridiculously dusty. I haven't touched it in a little bit. I haven't cleaned it either. It was actually my first chopper, one of my very first vehicles to add to my collection. Very nostalgic set, but then again, the chopper takedown just blows this one out of the water. This is actually an improvement on the 2009 Brute chopper in terms of pieces. There's a little bit more detail on it. It looks a little more complete. Yeah, this is cool for its time. But this is Halo Wars chopper. This is not Halo 3 chopper. That Chieftain was from Halo 3, so this is, sorry buddy. So yeah, this is not meh, I guess. Let's move on. 2011 would be the last time we got a chopper until the age of 2016, if I remember properly, with another Brute chopper. Now, do I remember the name of this set? No, but I'm sure you guys recognize. It came with Cat and a Brute Captain. This one actually, oof. Okay, this chopper right here is not made of specialized parts whatsoever, apart from the center wheels. I'm a little conflicted here in terms of which chopper looks nicer. Oof. I haven't held them up close like this. In-game design, this looks better, okay, than this. Sorry. Colors, ooh, this is a little too bright red compared to the in-game design. Oh, it's a tough competition. Talking in terms of money, retail, same price, but being realistic, I do not know how much this costs. Probably like $40 on eBay, if we're being honest, because cat's in it. And there's a craze of novelty. This, a lot of people have not gotten yet. Lucky me, I got it from Amazon. Mine just so happened to get, I just got an email. I was like, oh, you're just coming in all of a sudden. I was like, okay, sweet, awesome, I guess. Both of these have rotating wheels and both rotate down the middle. This is when Mega stopped using specialized parts for the chopper like the other ones and actually made the brick built. It's really down to personal choice. Yeah, I can't even decide which one I like the most. These both of these choppers look really cool. This one looks a little thick. This one looks really nice. It looks a little more smooth. Yeah, it's tough competition. It really is. It depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking at figures, it also depends. If you want just as many name figures as possible, Chopper Takedown. If you want Noble, then you go with this. If you want Halo Infinite, go with this. If you want to have a bunch of choppers, then I guess you're gonna either have a bunch of cats or a bunch of Eshrooms and Freds. That's probably where it stands. And again, it's really hard to be able to really make out which one is the best. They each have their flaws. Like with this one, you know, the cannons could have definitely been painted different colors. This silver could have been made dark gray, not like this, but like a different type of gunmetal gray, like this right here. This would have been a nice color for that. Oh yeah, that would have been great. This is kind of buggy. There should be another one of these right here. Up here, I've studied the design, quote unquote. I guess you can call it study. I don't know, I sound like a weirdo being like, oh yeah, let me study chopper design. They both kind of struggle to, well actually no, this one spins pretty well. This one, if you press too hard on it, right here on the sides, it'll collapse, and so will this one. This one's actually kind of flimsy at first, and until you put it together, but they can still be kind of flimsy. This one's a little bit more solid, sort of. The kind of stuff. Actually, no, this one will probably be more flimsy because there's nothing holding in between. This one's a little bit more sturdy. Again, yeah, it's a little difficult to pick exactly what chopper is the best here. Both of them are really, really nice. So it's down to personal preference. You guys can choose. I'm just gonna show you guys the choppers. Yeah, I just wish that whenever Mega would print this right here, let me show you guys. It wouldn't look like freaking pixels, and it would actually look like scratch marks. The bullet holes are good, but this looks like pixels and scratch marks. That is kind of like blows. Silver is good. You can see the red bleeding through. Unfortunately, I'll probably just add the metallic gray that I have and make that look nicer. So yeah, that's about as far as the comparison between the choppers go. Now we'll talk about the figures more in depth. So back to Spartan Fred. I don't really have anything to say about him because I don't know what he looks like in Halo Infinite. Apart from the recycled pieces that he has, and the only thing I can see as recycled would be the chest armor. If you look at it, oh, actually, I do have a pet peeve about this figure. They've made his waist blue. Now, they didn't do the same mistake with Chief with making the little piece down there, what you would call his groin piece, blue. Awesome, they made that gray. But they made his actual waist blue. And why did they do that, you might ask? Because Mega couldn't be bothered to mold the waist armor to go all the way around. So like, okay, well, we'll just make the entire thing blue, and sure, it should cover it up. No, Mega, we can tell. Please stop doing that. Apart from that, that's the only issue I have. It would be cool if his weapon was painted, but I don't know what weapon he's gonna rock in Halo Infinite, so you can sit down and spin again, Fred. Eshroom. Oh, okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a doozy right here. My biggest pet peeve with Eshroom is his hammer. It's not supposed to be a gravity hammer, it's supposed to be a gravity axe, as it was clearly shown by the domes Eshroom. Mega, please stop giving us gravity hammers. Okay, no, I take that back. Mega, keep giving us gravity hammers, but please give us the appropriate weapons. Give Arbiter his Bane of the Prophet's sword, whatever it's called. Prophet's Bane, there we go. Give Tartarus his Fist of Rook, okay? Stop giving us this, okay? We don't want this. Come on. This is ridiculous. His forearm armor is not right, sort of. Like, it looks like there's 2 blades on it. Those are right, but the big one in the middle is not. Shoulder armors, okay, the shoulder armors are ridiculous. They're using the Halo 3 Captain shoulder pads. They did that with Tartarus, they did that with the Chieftain, and now they're doing that with the Halo 2 Anniversary Brute that's coming out in the Halo Universe line. Mega, please stop with that. It's just armor's really bulky, but I guess I don't mind too much. It makes it look cool. Oh man, the waist armor, Halo 3 armor, they could have given him the same waist armor as his and it would have actually looked nice, because the Chieftain did the same thing. The Brute Chieftain from the Series 13 line used this exact waist armor. And this waist armor that Fred is wearing actually looks just like the one he has in game. How do I know this? Because there's images of him. If you look at the in-game footage, you can see that. The boots and the thigh armor are also wrong. I don't even want to get into that. It's just so much grievances that I have with this figure. Apart from that, it looks kind of nice. His beard is like blonde. It should be gray. And his head, it's like cream. It's like a cream color almost. It should be like dark gray. And I'll show you the kind of dark gray I mean. I'll bring Hyperius over here, which has been custom painted to heck. Okay? You guys are gonna see Hyperius in a few seconds. Here he is standing next to Hyperius. I did the gray. The gray is custom painted. It's not the official gray that they have. The original gray is somewhere down there. It's not too much of a difference, but it is noticeable in person, because now can distinguish the undersuit. So yeah, I wish he had a dark gray like Hyperius does. Yeah, you guys can look at Hyperius and the glory of him, and how much work I put in him. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to have Eshroom and Hyperius now. Now we just need Yeager and Tavares. Hopefully they come out together in the same set. Because with Mega doing the new Halo Universe line, I don't know if it's just a mystery bag or the whole Halo Infinite wave is going to be ditched partly. But I do hope to get all the figures soon. That'd be great. Please don't forget about Yeager and Tavares, especially Yeager. Yeager's cool. He's very cool. He's like silent, shadowy, and all that. And we also need Linda. I don't know. Maybe she'll come out with Yeager and Tavares. They'll just knock them all out at once. They already have it planned. I know that. So, I'm sure they even have sets for 2023 planned out. We're being completely honest, because well, they have to. Who knows what next Halo Hero series will tell? Because Mega did move the figures from that to avoid spoilers. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and wrap up the review. Okay, another thing is that I got this chopper. I pre-ordered it like pretty much everyone else did, and I waited, got delayed, and then one day they're like, oh, it's gonna arrive August 4th, and then I get an email saying, oh, your package is arriving earlier than it should be. I don't know what's going on with Amazon, whatever. Hopefully you guys get your package soon. This is a good set. All in all, was it worth the wait? Yes. Almost. It wasn't. It could have not been worth the wait. I don't know what the wait was all about. That was ridiculous. This was supposed to be like part of my birthday gifts. Nice figures, Fred. You get to lay down again. I like the whole set and all. Hopefully we get all the figures and whatnot. But without further ado, this has been the Chopper Takedown. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, share with other Halo fans so that they can make up their mind on this set. Oh look, his hand is also attached on there. Awesome. Without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace out. Goodbye, guys.